Hello, and I am back. So, today we're going to continue with lining out and doing some florals and doodling, which is just the most relaxing thing ever. So, if you haven't seen the video before, I will try to put it up here in the card for you to go and view it. And I was trying to show you how to create this floral arrangement and basically create a countryside bouquet, which is a little bit less formal and less, sophisticated, but nonetheless, countryside floral bouquets are my favorite. By far, I would enjoy something like that much more over a super luxurious orchid bouquet type of a thing. So to me, these flowers, they're just stunning, delicate and beautiful, and they are from my 1 second, there's loads going on my desk as always. So these are the 4 new designs which are available in my ESSIE. The buttercup, lavender. So the buttercup is right here. I didn't use the lavender, didn't use the pansy here. I used wax flower, which is right here. And then I've used a few filler flowers, which is from this set. It's the floral set. And they're going to be back in stock in a few weeks' time. So I used this rosebud and a couple of these whimsical type of buds here. So this set has minimal detail. There's pretty much, this is the only thing that's really detailed. Everything else is not. So, this is the face of the day FOTD set. Right, from here I used this bun to create the vase. And then what else did I do? I also used these the foliage pieces right here. Okay, so this is where we left off, and now I am doing the sand doodling, which is, for me it's sand doodling because now I'm going to connect everything and line out everything, and if I need to correct anything I can do it now. So for instance, I'm going to start with what's the obvious. So in this case it's just going to be lining out these the largest flower. See, when I do this, I just don't even want to talk. I just want to be quiet, and it just relaxes me to just line out these beautiful little delicate flowers. Mind you, they're not that little, they're larger than the floral set. If I'm repeating myself, it's just because some of our viewers might be new and watching for the first time, and they might think, what is she talking about? So that's why I'm repeating myself a little bit, just for people that might be new on here. And thanks for stopping by and welcome to my channel. We do loads of florals and faces, and the whole thing started with my passion for watercolors, which is why I also made a handmade watercolor set. It's all available at ESSIE, Alyona Creates, and I promise you there is going to be more watercolor videos, and I will do also watercoloring of this, so hopefully you will enjoy it. I think I will speed it up to the point where I need to show you how to connect a few things, and then I will kind of talk you through. Okay, so from this point I will basically talk you through a little bit, because I lined out the finished flowers and then I have these ones which are floating about a little bit. Now I'll start with the foliage first of all. So the foliage, like I said, it doesn't come from the buttercup. So buttercup doesn't have leaves like this. It has smaller leaves, and then the leaves that it has a different, like the larger leaves, I believe it's a different shape. But it really doesn't matter, because you know, who's going to criticize you or analyze your botanical knowledge? It doesn't really matter. It's about having fun, and you know, you have the freedom of doing it. So just run with your imagination, as I always say. Okay, so connect those leaves, whatever foliage pieces you have, even from other stamp sets that you had purchased previously. Just bring them all in and start playing. And connect them in random places. Just make sure it kind of makes sense. Like here there was enough space, and it needs to flow nicely. It's what I'm trying to say. So this second leaf or second flower from the buttercup, it's sort of hovering in the air a little bit. So I'm going to just draw the line down. The next thing I'm going to do is look at these two. So I'm going to start with lining out this one. This is a very simple shape to line out, which I really enjoy, because you can do doodling on top if you really wanted to. And then I'm going to line out this one. And I'm going to connect it like that. And then I just need to think, where would it make most sense to go down? So I think here, because there was a lot of space there. So I'm just gonna pull the line down there. And then I have these roses, so I'm going to do the same thing here. First start by lining out the rose, and once I've done that, I kind of can then look and concentrate at, you know, where it's coming from, where it's leading to, how they connect, etc. Don't rush it. Don't start doing one thing sooner than the other. Now when you're laying them out, change these wispy bits a little bit. Change them around, because you don't want them to look identical, and that's the good thing about lining everything out, is that you can change things slightly and it looks slightly different then. So at this point I'm just going to try and connect this rose into the neck like so, and then this rose as well. And that is it. The last thing to do once you finish with all of that is just draw a line in between these stems, just to connect it at the back. And that's your Zen doodling done. So I'm going to bring it up a bit closer and you can have a look. So that's how easy it was. You can go ahead and also line out, which is what I'm going to do actually now, these little bits here. They take a little bit of time, and depending on what you do, you can leave them, or you can, if you're going to use watercolor, just to bring them out a little bit more. You can see that instantly this flower looks a lot prettier. And yeah, if you have the time, this little detail is the exact epiphany of Zen doodling. So just enjoy the process, relax into it. It really is like art therapy. So this flower is done, and now the little one has the least amount. You'll find yourself so focused on this process that you won't be thinking of anything else other than this. So that is how you do Zen doodling with flower stem sets, and connecting things and kind of making them look finished rather than just hovering. Now the good thing is as well, try to make the lines a little bit more fluid and bend, not too straight. For instance, I could have done a little bit more of a curved line here. It would look a bit more organic, but I don't really mind because I'm going to use some watercolor, and what I can do is also add these little bits in some areas like I've done here, just to make it a little bit more interesting. Okay, so we will do the watercolor bit in the next part, and thanks for watching. See you soon.